Alright, anyone have opinions they'd like to say?
Do we need to dress a certain way for the funeral?
Also, you don't know. But, you know, it's, you can gather from your, just from watching the city, they do put an emphasis on how one looks. And, there probably is some form of dress code, though you can't imagine it would be something super elaborate, so, you were also under the impression that you would go as armed guards. So you don't think that it would be the same expectations would be extended to you in terms of dress. So we'll say that much.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I only got these clothes. And I also got this extra set of hide armor that Luna doesn't want to wear. I'm kind of crossing my arms and I'm kind of pouty a little bit.
I got new music for this new city. So hang on, give me a second.
I should have got that tiger armor, but Luna
Can you
would like
link
that
it
more.
in the little group chat we have so we can hear it? Because sometimes it just goes in and out.
Okay,
It's cool music.
YouTube. I'm going to the great browser. Come on. Alright, well, while it's loading, I will read. The streets are clean. Immaculate, even. There's a pair of male drow, garbed in work uniforms, sweeping the streets. One has a bag for debris and trash, and the other has a broom. They go about their work in a state of peaceful reluctance. A patrol guard of armed females bearing the crest of the drow matriarchy marches by on light feet. There is a stillness to the city that is kind of unnerving, but also strangely peaceful. The sense of time is not the same here, as there is no changing of lights, and the streets are lit by blue-green lights. A few drow females walk about seemingly attending to some type of business, and there is the definitive sense of calm and purpose to all drow you come across. You begin to walk towards Mara's closet, and those who pass by you do not offer a hello, but rather a nod of acknowledgement and a thinly veiled surprise at your presence.
Hello.
Do you say that to
Yeah, I say it to a
passerby?
passerby.
They seem a little shocked, but say hello back. And then go on their way.
No one wants to say hello.
You also notice that this sense of social distance is a lot greater here. So, like, normally...
Like 6 feet apart?
Yeah. They, normally people are about an arm's length apart, but the drow are even further apart. And it's not just you, it's everyone. That's just how everyone is. Like, even when you see two drow passing by, like, they give each other a wide berth. You go onto the street that you came on earlier. It's labeled Market District. And, the streets you walk on are... There's no open market, so to speak, but there are streets lined with stores, very neatly. Everything's very orderly in this city, and, you walk by, you notice there's a lot of actually scent-related stores, like candles and incense, perfumes and balms. You continue walking, and you see a small line of 2 or 3 drow lining up before one of the many boxes that line the street. So before I mentioned, there are just kind of these boxes placed at like every couple streets. As you walk by, you notice that they will approach this box, open it, and inside there's, at first glance, like probably just a statue and a basin below. Every person who comes up will open the box, tap their finger against something inside this shrine, utter a chant, and then close the door and go. And this is repeated with every drow that does this. So you can assume that this is like the native religion here.
Can we take a closer look?
Sure, if you want to approach it, you can.
Alright, Keyanthi approaches because she's curious and doing research for her little stint.
Okay,
For,
so
Ileana.
you, the box has, upon closer inspection, the box is lined with elaborate wood and has a statue with a basin below it. The statue is of, is kind of a slightly terrifying sight because it has an armless female figure with wings, and the head is upside down, and she's covered in chains. There is a needle at the base of the statue where the drow will prick their finger and give a blood offering while muttering one of the pre-approved prayers.
Wow.
Let's hope there aren't any bloodborne diseases in the area.
Oof.
Well, I keep the streets clean, so I'm hoping they're aware of the issue. Interesting. Keyanthi, she wants to, like, look at it more, or maybe she wants to ask them what's going on. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe more, I don't know, tactful.
What does she want to accomplish from...
Well, I mean, she would try out pricking her finger on it, but she's Keyanthi, so she would never even think of that.
Okay, so she wants to understand what's happening.
Yeah, what the religion is. Is there, like, a priest nearby?
You look around, there's no one who looks like a priest or in any way like that, but there are 2 more drow in the line, so you can ask one of them.
Okay, I will choose one.
Okay,
I will choose the first one,
Okay.
and I will bow to them. Hello there, it is very nice to meet you. I'm sorry for disturbing you. This is my first time in Toriel. Could you tell me more about what this altar means?
So the person that you approached is a male, and he looks surprised that you're talking to him, but returns the bow and says, welcome. I can't say we have many visitors in Toriel, but since you're interested, he speaks very quietly, and he goes over and opens up the shrine and says, like, this is a shrine to Ryurick, who is the matriarch of our people. She requires a blood offering from her followers that we may be spared from disease and pestilence at her mercy.
I see.
And
So wait, when you say it's the matriarch, does it mean it's like a goddess?
yes.
Okay, can you spell her name for me?
Okay, so I can I'll give you the phonetic spelling because
Sure.
that's what I do. So B-R-E,
Mm-hmm.
and then dash O-H, Brio,
Oh,
dash T-E-A, Ryurick. So
Tia or T-R-E-A?
so dash T-E-A, and then dash A-C-H-T, Oct.
Wow, can you like put that in the chat?
Ryurick.
Rare trias. Alright, cool. Alright. To avoid pestilence and disease. Write that down real quick. Alright then. I see. Thank you so much for your explanation.
Everything in my notes is spelled wrong.
How often do you participate in this ritual?
About once a week.
I see that. So today a Sabbath day for you.
He isn't familiar with the term, but so he looks a little puzzled and says, like a holy day.
Yes, like a holy day.
Not particularly. We just have certain assignments on when we offer our offerings. And this is my clan's day.
I see. Thank you so much for explaining this to me. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
He bows and then returns to what he was doing.
I see. Alright, well, Keyanthi's curiosity is sated. However, she wonders where all the blood goes, but she's going to not think about it too much because she'll get queasy. And she's going to walk back to the group.
Okay. You reunite with your group, and as you're going to Mara's closet, right before you turn the corner to her shop, you notice that there is another male drow, and he goes and stands on what looks to be like a sort of a pedestal next on the corner of the street. So he very calmly goes onto the pedestal and pulls out a bell and rings it, and all who are nearby stop and look at him. Then, in a clear and loud voice that permeates the immediate area, he says, "Male fighter tournament. Signs up today. Prize is a rainbow shell. Fight starts today. All males must have a female co-signer." He hands out flyers to the immediate persons around him. They receive them wordlessly and distribute the flyers out to each other. One is offered to... One's offered to Tarina. And...
I eagerly look over, try to look over Tarina's shoulder, because I heard Rainbow Shell.
Rainbow Shell.
And I was like, wait a minute, and I'm digging through my clothes, and I bring out a bunch of leaves that I write notes on, and I was just like, is that what Jupa wanted?
I grab your bubble pipe and hand you the paper.
You can play one with my bubble pipe if you want.
Yes, so
I believe.
yeah, it's what you're looking for.
I knew it.
The rainbow shell has revealed itself. So it says that fighters must be male and you need to have a female co-signer. And then there's it lists there's a fee for the applicants, and the grand prize is the rainbow shell.
Do you think we could do this? I think I could pass off as a male, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Druidcraft, and just a bunch of moss is going to grow on my face in the shape of a beard. What do you think?
Make a performance check.
You might need to work on the voice.
Oh, that's not... It's a 16.
Okay, it's really not too bad.
Oh, okay.
What do you think?
As this deep bass comes out of tiny Ellendriel, you're all taken aback just for a moment.
Never mind, you're good.
I'm puffing out my chest.
Would we have to pass over some green halfling? Or what?
Can I read the little flyer? And so it says a male fighter. Is it just martial arts, or just fighting with swords, or Does it say anything specific on the flyer?
It says it is combat, like martial combat. So like swords and stuff.
Oh, I don't think I'm really good at that. And then my beard starts to fall off.
No.
I just have a stick. But Luna's really good at fighting with swords.
I'm not that good.
Oh.
Perhaps there could be someone else. If we're really looking for that rainbow shell, perhaps there's someone else we can find to ask to take our place in it.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, we've only been in the town for a short time. We should see Ryurick. He's probably waiting for us.
Okay, so you approach Mara's shop. It's much like the others. It is a gray stone facing with decorative and elaborate geometric carvings along the outside. The window of her shop has a slight blue tint to it, and it has in pretty cursive text, in Undercommon, that says, Mara's Closet, pretty clothiers, alterations and commissions accepted. The window
But
has...
to us it says, because it's an undercommon.
Yeah. I don't know if Luna would bother to translate that.
I might just not think to.
Yeah, I think she wouldn't do. I don't think she'd either.
Like I'm just like I was like if I had been translating a lot, then I would be in like the habit, but if not.
So the window has a silk dress with a display crystal below it to illuminate it with light, and the second dress is made from a linen that you recognize as one of the bolts that you transported yourself. So Mara has already made a dress from the linen.
She works fast.
She only needs 4 hours of sleep. A small bell goes off as you walk through the door to the cozy interior of her shop.
Should I try on one of the dresses?
Yeah, you can try on one of her dresses, yeah.
I was thinking like in character asking.
Oh, okay. So you walk in, and the counter is a few feet away, and she's currently with a male drow. He leans over the counter with a friendly and familiar intimacy, and you can hear him say, "I haven't seen you in ages. What have you been doing?" Mara replies, "Oh, nothing. Just a project." Welcome. I'll be right with you. If you'll excuse me, Colm. Oh, I can wait upstairs for you. No. It's a mess up there. Come now. Your messes have never bothered me much. No, please, Colm. I have customers. Right? So, Colm, the drow that you know as Colm now walks past your group and looks at you curiously. He's like the most friendly drow you've encountered. He does a bow and says, "My name is Colm, and if you don't mind me saying, it's a bit of an odd sight tutorial. What business do you have here?" Mara perks up. "They brought me the shipment for Gundrick." She's a little flustered. He looks confused. "Why are you still here?" "Colm, that's rude. I mean no offense. I'm just simply curious. Most
Oh my
non-drow.
gosh, you can't just ask people why they're here.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Most non-drow find tutorial to be pretty dismal."
I lean in. Well, I find it rather charming.
Oh, well, glad you like it.
I like it a lot. I bring out my pipe.
You have to take it back from Tarina.
I look for my pipe and I don't have it. Tarina! My pipe!
Oh,
She's just like, no, you can't have it.
I pretend I'm holding a pipe. And I just extend 2 fingers out and just...
told you it's not real.
He looks at you curiously. Is that a custom from where you're from?
No, it's not. She's just very different, but it's not a bad thing.
Oh, right. Well, I hope your stay is good. And he leaves.
Oh no, I can't.
We hope your stay is good.
Thank you. I live here, so I quite enjoy it. Kind of like walks away. Alright. Let me just write a little few things down.
I narrow my eyes. I don't trust him. I think he's onto us.
Oh, please.
For what? What do we do?
I don't know.
I just kind of pat her head.
He's just really nosy.
Oh, don't mind him. That's Mara speaking. Don't mind Cullum. He's always been like that. He's just sad he hasn't seen me in a while.
Is he curious or is he looking for tea?
Looking for tea?
Gossip.
Oh. Honestly, I think he's just curious. He's always been like that. And, honestly, you guys are a bit of a scene here. We really don't have a lot of travellers coming in and out. But anyway, Ryurick's upstairs if you want to see him. But I won't offer any arguments if you want to try anything in the shop. I saw you eyed the dresses.
Oh, I really want to try on this one. I don't know. There's a pretty one.
Okay, so I'll give you some choices. Her shop is mostly of silks. And there's a green one with this sort of gold embellishment, and it looks so they have these long open sleeves, and then like sort of like the an overdress, and then a cincher in the middle. So think like Mulan, like the cartoon, how she has her like the robe part, then the skirt part, and then like the wraparound part.
Which cartoon?
The Mulan cartoon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like they're designed similarly. Some of them have a cut just under the bust where it splits into two halves. So anyway, you can pick a green one or a blue one or a black one, and then there's a couple of other just raw bolts. And there is a linen dress in the window, and that one I'm just gonna say is yellow.
Okay, I want to try the blue one and the black one.
Okay, so I actually have.
You have descriptions for the dresses?
Well, I made stock for her, yeah. So I gotta just go find it again. Do. I did write I did write descriptions for other dresses. Oh, here we go. Okay. Alright, so she has a stock of finely colored silks. Alright, awesome, okay. I know I'm messing up. So you try on the blue one. It's this sort of deep aqua color, and it has these deep open sleeves, sort of like a wizard robe, fun for hiding things. And she shows that you can actually like wrap the excess of the sleeve around your arm and then tuck it in so like it won't get in the way. And then it has this embroidery embellishments that are with a silver thread of basically like stars, and yeah, she
Ooh,
star dress.
Star dress. It's Luna.
She's like, oh, this one looks quite nice on you. She tightens it up with, and then ties the ties it in the back with an elaborate knot. And you look nice. You look nice. It's good quality.
Do a little spin.
Do a spin. It's more of a tightly fitted dress, so it doesn't spin too much. Think like more of a yukata. And but it still looks good. So and then she says, "What would you like to try on the black one now?"
Is the black one more spinny?
Yes. It has. She holds it out and then just, shows how it will drape and kind of flow with the movement. So you put it on, and it's more of a loose-fitted dress where it fits under the bust and then flares out. And it has this sort of like sheer fabric on the outside. There's what's it called? An edging that is made of gold, and it goes around the collar and along the edges of the sleeves, which are just a long sleeve, but aren't billowy. So like things are cold down there, so they tend to wear a lot of layers. And this one has basically they tend to favor geometric patterns over other things. So it's has like kind of this square geometry in the black with it has this gold thread for embellishment. So it also looks nice. You sense that you would get more movement out of this as opposed to the other one. This is
love dancing, so that is a factor.
Okay, yeah. She would definitely be able to move more in this black one. I'll have to look up how much fine clothes cost. If you want to.
Yeah. I'm just like kind of looking at the dresses, putting one up against me, putting the other up against me, and they both kind of slowly fade into a green, and I'm like, oh. Everything just looks green on me.
Okay. Well, do you
15 gold pieces.
Yes, I agree. 15 gold pieces for each dress.
Okay.
I mean, we just got paid.
Yeah, that's true. Is there a blue flowy one?
Yeah, I'll say there is a blue flowy one. She takes you. It's more of a cerulean, so it's not as an aqua one. But this one, it's more flowy. It goes down to the hip, and then it flares out, and it has this section that there's kind of this cut out of the skirt, and in between the cut is another section of fabric. So there's think it's a blue, but then there's like a triangle of, we'll say like she tends to, Mara tends to stick to analogous color schemes. So it's blue and green, and then this kind of dark blue accent with it. You try it on, and she pulls the some of the seams up and then kind of pins them and fits it into you. It fits nicely. You spin in it, and it has a nice flare to it as you spin around, and then it kind of does that cool how when fabric kind of twirls around your legs and then untwirls, it does that. And there's what's called tulle under it that makes it kind of fluffy.
Okay.
And it goes to her knees.
Alright, just like both.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, there you go.
Hi, this is Tiffany, your DM. Thank you for watching Dungeon Damsels. This is not the end of the session, so please stay tuned for the next part. We update on Tuesdays and Saturdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're interested in supporting us more, please push the subscribe button, like, or comment. We also have a Patreon, wink wink nudge nudge, and our show is in podcast form. You can find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Podbean, Spotify, and plenty of other podcast platforms. Thanks, we hope to hear from you soon.